What's up, everybody on YouTube? How's everybody doing? I'm doing just fine. Doing awesome, actually. Today, welcome back to another Blondskunk's Building World episode. And today, we're going to be working in the main capital kingdom. Yes, and I've been doing a load of work over here because, well, I've been really thrilled. I've been really thrilled with how this has been going. I've been doing a lot of off-camera work over at twitch.tv/Blondskunk. And yeah, it's going pretty well. So as you can see, I am starting to lay out the kingdom, which is sort of important. If you guys are doing a big project like this, I highly recommend laying it out using different colored wool. So I do have a little, I guess, a color key chart down here. Shows what everything is. So yellow's pathways, blue is like castle buildings and guild buildings and stuff related to the city itself. So like city or like kingdom buildings, I guess you could call them. I could just call them guild buildings because that's what the majority of them are. And we got poor houses, the middle class houses, and the rich houses, and then shops and such are green. So yeah, this is all the little color codes for everything, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, pathways, we got different pathways going on. We got little buildings laid out over here. So this is the South Gate house. We won't have one over on the other side. The different things like the inn. And you can see it's all bordered like this. So blue is bordering this. So this is this district's area. So each district is labeled. We have the medium houses over here, the middle class houses, which will be all in this area. They take up pretty much the majority of the city. Because that's what probably most people in the city would be able to afford. And then we have the rich homes around the base of this tower, which I thought was a pretty neat idea and would be pretty nice to have. And then we have the poor houses in the back of the castle over here. And then I was thinking maybe we have like a mine or something over here. And yeah, just having like shops and such. More guild buildings and castle buildings in this area. We also will have a church over here, so a church, and then the harbor area, which will be filled with markets and shops and all sorts of things over here. So yeah, lots of buildings and lots of different things gonna have to be building up, so you can really get a good idea of how big this kingdom actually is, and for good reason. I mean, it's the capital kingdom. So definitely a really cool idea. So over in this area, which we'll be working at today over in the guild district. So this whole area is the guild district and castle buildings and such like that. Kingdom buildings and kingdom related things. So you can see it kind of has this little tunnel over here, and we'll have a pathway that goes through here, and this will lead into more shops, probably the mining district, the blacksmith area. And then we'll have the poor area over here, the lower class houses. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So, but yeah, we'll be working over in the guild district today because I do have a design for the guild houses. And I have some pretty cool ideas for the guild houses. So there are 3 different types of guilds for each kingdom. Now, they can have the same type of guild, but each kingdom has their own like varying guild types. So for Editia, the capital kingdom, which we are in right now, we have the Warriors Guild. We also have the Archers Guild, and we also have the Alchemist Guild. Let me see. I need a potion of slow falling. So each guild is described by a different item, and as you can see here, if I grab this item frame, I can basically place that item in there, and that'll be the guild house for that guild. So, which will be pretty cool. And we're going to add some decorations around to signify a little bit better. So, like for the Archers Guild, we'll have like target ranges out here and different things like that. That way, you can kind of distinguish each guild type. Oh my goodness, this always does this. I don't know why. I don't know. It's like a bug or something. There we go. Doesn't let me break it. But yeah, and then for the Warriors Guild, it'll probably be something like, just a sword in there, and that'll signify that. Now, originally I was going to have it to where it popped out like this, and then sort of did a little dangly doob and then with like, I don't know, let me see if I can find the fence, something like this. Not this exact thing, but it was gonna have some sort of hanging, and then we're gonna have like that. But I think that looks a little too shop-like, and so I wasn't going with that. So I just left it as just an item frame on the log right here. So, but yeah, so this is the guild house. All the guild houses will look like this. They'll be just varying, as I said, on the outside exterior decorations. And this is also going to be the build style for this kingdom, which I really am digging this. I think this looks so, it's just so cool. But yeah, this isn't where the guilds are going to be. They're going to be over there. We're going to have different guilds, as I said. So it's going to be pretty cool. I think this is going to really start bringing some more lore into the kingdom itself, and also allow for, you know, whoever lived in this kingdom to, you know, really take on like a profession or whatever. So you can be an archer or a alchemist or a warrior in this kingdom, or like the main guilds. But for example, like in another kingdom called Grifton, you have the Farmers Guild, the Fisherman's Guild. So there's like different professions. And also Lumberville, which we will have to build since we are now introducing guilds. Lumberville will have the Woodworkers Guild. So it kind of relates. Each guild is depending on which kingdom and which resources. So as I said, the Lumberville will have the Woodworkers Guild, and then also in Stone or Silverstone, they'll have either the Blacksmith Guild or the Miners Guild, something along the lines of that. So it's always themed around which kingdom is doing which, or which village is doing which. So guilds can also be in kingdoms, villages, it doesn't matter. Works out to be the same. But yeah, I'm going to get to work on doing the interior for this build, and then I'll come back and we'll start working on the guild district. Alright guys, so I thought I would just bring you back for a second here, just to build the interior with me just a little bit, because I just want to talk about Minecraft interiors and how I've been approaching them. Because I used to dread doing interiors. I used to not like them, but now, ever since I've returned and came back to YouTube and played Minecraft again for the 1.14.4 update or whatever, I absolutely love doing interiors. I think they're amazing. I think they're like a new challenge for me. I mean, they've always been there, but there's so much more you can do to interiors to make them just that much better. And there's just so many more ideas. At least I feel that way. I think they're absolutely awesome. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do some little bunk beds, because I thought that would be a really cool idea for a I don't know, like a little lodge area. Oh, maybe that looks kind of neat. That looks kind of cool. I don't know. But it's just so much fun. You could add so many little details into interiors. And I think that is definitely the case with barrels and all that other stuff, like having choreography tables. I absolutely despise that word. But no, it's amazing. It really is, because you can do so much with interiors now. You can make them really, really cool. But it's not even just like how you can do interiors now, like how interiors are easier to do now with all the new blocks. I think it's more of just, I was just not interested to begin with, making interiors. Like, I just was not into doing the normal, style of interiors, because, well, they're not that fun. Well, at least that's how I felt before. Now, like, look at this. Barrels are just amazing. Look at this. How they can, like, just great. That's just like a brand new thing you can have in this game, and it adds for so much little textures and everything, and it's fantastic. But yeah, like I was saying, it is a fact of having all these new blocks in the game, but it's also, I just want to try and challenge myself to do more. To do different interiors, to try and experiment with different things, because, well, if you guys haven't seen, like, the Afterlife Town Hall that I'm doing right now, I have shown off the interior for that, and I am really, proud of myself. I have to say, I'm very happy with the outcome of that build and how it is coming along, because you know it's not just the exterior, it's also the interior as well. And I'm starting to realize how important interiors are. And it's not like I haven't just realized this. Like, yes, interiors are kind of important, especially if you're doing something on survival. But if you look at my builds previously that I've done for tutorials and just showcase videos way back in the day when I first was, doing YouTube, even back when it was season 2 of Afterlife. That was still, I was still not really fully focused on doing interiors, and now I just realize how important it is and how much of a difference it makes. Like these builds that we are doing right now, they don't need interiors. They don't need interiors. We're never gonna go in these builds, right? But just knowing that the build does have an interior, I think it makes it that much better. Now, that could just be my opinion, and just, you guys might say, oh, just, you're wasting time with doing these interiors, not going to be able to focus on other things. But look at this. I mean, just this, like, simple interior that we've done right now, just adding this chandelier in, adding these, little bunk beds in, it's just added a whole new level to this build, and it's amazing. I think this is something that you guys, when you're doing your builds, make sure to keep in mind. Make sure to keep in mind that interiors are important. They're very important, because I know when I was building back in the day, I would always try to avoid interiors as much as possible. But I think that is the wrong set of mind, or wrong state of mind to be in. And I think we should focus on interiors. And if you guys aren't focusing on your interiors, be sure to start doing it, because it really does make a big difference. And trust me, coming from a person who doesn't really focus on interior, or never used to focus on interior, because now I do. Now I do. Now I really try to, just try to get down the whole idea of doing interiors and what it means to do interiors, because it really does make that much of a difference. Alright guys, so I've actually gone ahead and just finished up the interior. So let's take a look at the interior. And now remember, before we actually take a look, these will be different depending on which guild it is. So they're going to have slight variations in the interior, but only slight. So these are going to be basically the same for each of the guild houses. As I said, we'll have the different logos up here, the different symbols for which guild it is. And then we'll also have a sign down here saying Guild House, Warrior Guild House, or Alchemist Guild House, etc. So pretty cool stuff. But this is just the basic interior and design for each of the guild houses, and then, as I said, we'll add more interior stuff once we know what guild house it actually is. So as we go inside, we have some little coat hangers and everything. We also have some tables, the nice big meeting table for all the guild house members to be able to have a meeting or whatever. Then a nice cozy fireplace. I love this fireplace because, when you're working on, I was working on the interior in here, and all I could hear was the crackling of the fireplace, and it just is such a cozy feeling. It gives such a nice atmosphere. Like, look at that. Wait, hold on. I'll be quiet for a second. You can kind of hear it. Oh, yeah. It's so subtle, but it's so great. Sometimes you get a loud pop, and that's wonderful. But especially for like a place like this, or even like a tavern, it just gives a nice atmosphere to the build, and I absolutely love it. But heading upstairs, though, we have some bunk beds. So this isn't really going to change depending on which guild house, which guild house they turn into, or which guild house it is. So this is pretty much going to be the same for all the guild houses. And I think that's going to be pretty cool. So it's just a nice place if the guild members want to stay overnight and have a place to sleep in the guild house. So pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I already have these copied, or I already have this one copied. And we're going to take it over to the guild district over here. And over here we're going to be pasting it down. So let's see here. So this is the area that I want. I was already trying to test out where, or if this copied properly, and it does. I was thinking maybe we'll have the first one kind of along here. So let's go boop, 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 boop. Just like that. Oh. Whoops. Hold on a second. Let me fix that. Okay, so I fixed it. I don't know. I don't understand. Sometimes I'm messing with commands. I was trying to rotate it on a 45 just to see what that would look like. And as you can tell, it doesn't look very good, but I think everything's still intact here, so we are okay. We're in the clear. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, this is where the guilds are gonna be, the guild houses at least. And I think that's a nice location. Now, once we get the castle a little bit more filled out, which I'm gonna try to work on in my free time a little bit, try to get that moving along. Yeah, I could see this being here. That could work. So we're gonna have this pathway go down this side here, and maybe let's do slash rotate 180, and then we'll paste one in this direction. Let's see what it looks like right here. Let's get our paste command up. Now, does that intrude with the wall? And yes, it does. So very, very marginal. I don't want these builds to be crazy cramped. What if we went back like right here? So let's do undo. Hit our paste command again. And that's where we put it. That's a little better. That is a little better. I do like it, and I do like how it's offset. Let's see. Let's go back here. Let's go way back. Let's go like right here. See how this looks. Yeah, that is a little bit better. And I know this is kind of tedious. It is very tedious trying to figure out where the builds are gonna go. But I think it needs to come back one, and also see. Let me just do this and then do this. There we go. And how does that look? Okay, that is what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. Okay, so it's offset from this one. Okay, it's offset from this one, and then it's also matching up with this tower. It's sort of going in the same shape. So I think that will work just fine. Yeah, and we'll terraform the land and make it what it needs to be. But I think that's perfect. Yeah, I think that worked out pretty darn swell. Let's just go down here and take a look at it from street view. Yeah, it's fine. As I said, we'll get rid of this land, right? Or we'll build it up a little bit. Although that could be a little bit strange. No. No, I can make it work. I can make it work. It'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. So we need one more guild, because there's 3 guilds per kingdom, technically. So where is this one gonna go? I might have to build out some land for this one, actually. Yeah, I don't know where this one's gonna go. So we might have to do a little bit of magic. This can be tricky sometimes. Let's see. Let's just try this. Let's just build out a little bit. And let's just grab a little bit of grass. First position, that should bring it down there, and then second position, and we'll go set grass. There we go. Grass block. Beautiful. Okay. Again, we could terraform this and make it a little bit more beautiful later. So I think I'm going to go right here with it, so it offsets with this build next to us. And did it offset? Not really. Not really. Okay, so that was on the same same area there. Okay, so let's do undo, and let's bring it back 2 blocks here. And now we'll paste it. How's that look? Much better. Much, much better. Okay, I like that a lot. And then we'll fill this out over here with something. So maybe, just maybe, so let's label each one of these guilds, actually, into being something. Let's see. Item frame. Give me arrow. Symmetrical arrow. Perfect. And guild sword. Falling potion. Ooh, lingering. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I just need one of these. So I think this one's going to be the Archer's Guild right here. Yeah, this will be the Archer's Guild, because then we can have, like, an archery range on this side, so to fill out this empty space. And then we can have the Warriors Guild. Maybe we'll make this the Alchemist Guild, right? The Alchemist Guild. And then we'll also have the Warriors Guild on this side, because the Warriors Guild I can have, like, fighting practice dummies over here. Oh, that would be so cool. I'm getting so much inspiration from this. I don't know about you guys, but man, I love this. This is fantastic. I'm getting another level of inspiration. But yeah, look at this. We walk through here. I could just see a pathway going through here already. And man, this is really gonna shine once we start adding some little interiors and decoration. Oh man, that's really gonna look good. So let's go in and actually add in some features to these builds. Why did I get a door there? That was weird. Okay. So this is, I already forget what this is. This is the Alchemist one. Okay, cool. Because for the Alchemist one, I don't really see any other exterior things that we can do to it. Yeah, I don't really know anything that we can do, but if you guys have any ideas, let me know. But yeah, I know one thing that we can do. We can have like some brewing stands in here. So let's grab some brewing stands. So I think the interior for this one's really going to shine, just because of how unique just the different interior items that alchemists have. So we can place that in there, and maybe a little potion or something. Let's place it in maybe the 3rd slot. Yeah, so you can see it. Perfect. It's all about them little details, right? And maybe instead of a cake, we have some more brewing stands, just to give that little bit of coolness to it. Maybe a cauldron. I know you're here, buddy. There we go. Then maybe a cauldron over the fire with some, let's see, fence gates. Yeah, give me some of the fence gates. Perfect, just like that. So you have a little, cauldron of some sort. They're making up some sort of potion in there. It needs some warmth. Maybe a lectern. Just a little lectern somewhere would be kind of neat. Let's see. I don't know where. Maybe we can get rid of this shelf and put a lectern there. It's that way. It's like a little book area. There's a written. You have a written book, or I'll just have a book. Fine. And I'll just type la 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 sign, and then la 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 sign. Place it on there. I don't know if I had to do all that, but I don't think I did. But it's worth it. It's worth it, right? Maybe also we could have, I don't know. Let's grab some more item frames. Item frame. There we go. Item frames, and then some potions. Some health potions. Where could we put these at? Let's see. Maybe we can put, I don't know, a potion on the table, laying down, little potion bottle. Maybe instead of here, we can have like a little potion on the table. And just different things like that. Pretty cool. So yeah, just little interior variations to each of these places would be really, really cool. And maybe in here we can have some more item frames. Let's grab some more item frames. Item frames, just like so. Let's grab a bow. Oh yeah, maybe a crossbow too. That'd be really cool. Um, arrows. Some spectacle arrows because they'll show up more. There we go. On this shelf, we'll have some bows and crossbows, just like that. Yeah, that looks really cool. I like that. And then over here, maybe an arrow laying on the table. What else could we have? I don't know. See, this is what's hard. I mean, you can add these little variations, but it does get a bit tricky trying to figure out. Maybe they have their bows on the side like that. Crossbows. I don't know. Just kind of interesting little things that you can do to make it really, really cool. All right, so, I mean, that's pretty nice. And let's see. Maybe we'll grab an armor stand, right? And then we'll add some leather armor onto it, because I would assume archers like to use leather armor. That's pretty cool. We'll add that in there. And then maybe for the Warriors Guild, we can sort of do the same thing. So let's see. Grab some iron swords, some iron armor as well. Armor stands. Like so. Oh, maybe some chainmail. Yeah, chainmail. Alright, is there anything else we could potentially add? Maybe an anvil for the... I don't know, maybe an anvil would be kind of neat. So, maybe... maybe a stone cutter? Grindstone. Maybe a grindstone. I don't know. I feel like an anvil would be outside, though, right? For the Warriors Guild? Maybe not. I don't know. It's very tricky. Sometimes it is a little tricky to think of some things, but I think that's pretty cool, having an anvil like that. Maybe we'll have some sort of a grindstone, on the table. I don't know. You could really go crazy with this and really think of different things. So maybe some chainmail, iron armor would make a little bit more sense to have in the Warriors Guild. Maybe we'll have a little bit of, let's see, item frames. A little bit more item frames going on here. A sword, couple swords laying around. I feel like the Warriors they would be like, oh, I'm going to have my sword where I eat, I feel like that's how they would be. And again, we'll do the same thing with having some swords just sort of hanging like this off the side of the beds. Because, you never know, you're going to get attacked during the night. You gotta have your trusty old sword right there to protect you, so... maybe some armor hanging up would be kind of neat. Yeah, just different things like that. Maybe they would have less plants in here. I feel like they'd be a little bit more manly, so maybe not. Who knows? It might be, a different kind of guild. Oh, okay, I thought I did something there. But yeah, guys, that I think is going to wrap it up for this video. I think I'm going a little bit long with this video, but I'm very inspired by all of the different things that we're doing in this world. And I hope you guys are inspired as well, because I am. I mean, I really am. And I'm getting really excited about the way this kingdom's going to be shaping up. It doesn't look like much now. I mean, I say that. It's a lot. It is a lot, but... But it doesn't look like much now, but it will. All this planning will make sense soon. I'm gonna do loads more off-camera work, and yeah, guys, I'm really getting hyped for this series and the way it's coming along. There's so many more projects to work on. There's so much to do in this world, but man, it's really exciting. But as I said, guys, in every video, don't forget to be awesome, and I'll see you guys next time.